Alright, let's be real. Beat block is not a real thing. You're just stuck in your head. You ever just sit down to cook up a beat and you open up your DAW and you literally just can't come up with shit? That's not beat block, bro. Like, you're overthinking. That's resistance. And right now, it's killing your creativity, okay? So, in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to get out of your own way and start making fire beats again. First thing, before anything, I need y'all to change your mindset about beat block. Stop pretending it's some magical force stopping you from making music. It's not. It's literally just you hesitating. And like, honestly, like more than often when this happens, to me, it's not even like, oh, I can't come up with ideas. It's literally that they're all just shit. And let me tell y'all something, like that is a part of the process. Creativity is not about feeling inspired 24/7. It's about having momentum. So do your best to make this a habit and you will never have this problem again. Not every beat you make will be a winner. Accept that and move on. Alright, so now that we got that aside, I got 8 ways you can kill your beat block. Tip 1 would be just to listen to new music. A lot of times when you can't come up with new ideas, I feel like it's a little bit of that burnout. Maybe you've been listening to the same music, however long you've been stuck in this slump. So the first thing I want you to do is start listening to different kinds of beats, watch some YouTube videos, play some of your old playlists from middle school, anime OSTs, listen to some different shit. Just step out the box and listen to new music, and you'll likely come up with new inspiration. My last song was literally inspired by me just listening to some of my old alternative rock playlists from middle school. So, just to give you an idea. So, tip 2 is to change your environment. Real talk, you can't solve any problems sitting at your desk and waiting for ideas to hit. You need to stand. My favorite thing to do is go outside, get some air, touch grass, go for a walk. Give your brain some time to process your ideas. You might have some ideas, but they might not all come together until you actually give your brain some space. That's why I'm saying go for a walk. Don't take your phone and just process. You feel me? Breathe in a little bit of fresh air. And a lot of the times, like, you'll come back with fresh ideas. Like, a lot of the times I take a morning walk right before I start cooking up, and I'll take an afternoon walk and sometimes a night walk just to keep shit fresh. It just depends on the weather, too, because sometimes it'd be cold outside, and I'm like, It's kind of like how you get your best ideas in the shower. That's why I also kind of stopped playing podcasts and listening to music in the shower as well, because I feel like it's just better to sit there and let the water hit, get some ideas out. I'll have my watch on. I can record if I have any ideas and then go about my biz. Alright, tip 3. My tip 3 is to do drugs or just try to alter your state of mind. I'm not saying you gotta do drugs. I'm not saying you gotta get baked. I'm not saying none of that. But let's not pretend like doing drugs doesn't inspire the process a little bit. I'm not gonna leave it out. Some people like to smoke. Some people get some coffee. Another way you could do it is meditating. Just do what you need to do to change your mental state. You feel me? And, if you're not for any of that for some reason, another idea is just make beats in a different location, man. Go to the coffee shop, go to another studio, pull up on your friend's studio, whatever you got to do. All right, so tip 4 is consume, but don't forget to create. So, you ever just like be watching mad videos on the internet, mad cook-up videos, and then by the time you're done, you're just not feeling like making any music? Don't be that guy. When I say consume, I mean consume whatever you feel like consuming. Part of the process for making music is consuming new ideas. So whether that be watching new TV shows, reading, playing video games. Like, I get inspired a lot from video game OSTs as well. So whatever you need to do to get yourself into that mentality, just don't overdo it, man. Because like I said, we consume to create. Do not I'm not going to tell you what to do, but like, you already know what's too much for you. You feel me? Like, spend a whole day consuming, and no creation. It's just not going to be fruitful. So I'm going to leave that to you. You decide what the balance is, but yes, consume, but also make sure you're consuming to create. Watching other people cook up music is great, but you're going to want to apply anything that you learn as immediately as possible. So if you're watching something or you're playing a game and you hear some cool OST, maybe you want to sample it, maybe you're just inspired by it, I advise you to walk away from your game and load that shit up into your DAW. Alright, so tip 5 is to set a 10-minute timer. If you're overthinking, it's probably because you're giving yourself too much time to think. Just set yourself a 10-minute timer and see what you can come up with. Even if it's trash, that's good because you can just move on to the next idea, you feel me? Maybe you do a couple 10-minute timers and you end up with an idea that you actually like and you want to work on for longer than 10 minutes. And it actually ends up like being a super fire beat that you'd want to sell. That is good. It's better than, doing nothing. I'm telling you, like, some of the best music you can make will happen when you stop caring about the result. Okay, tip 6 is switching up your workflow. You might be stuck because you're doing some of the same shit. Try something different. Me, myself, I know, like, if I usually start with the chords when I make a beat. So if I wanted to mix it up, I might start with drums. I might start with an 808. I might even start with a sample. And if you need some other workflow switch-ups, maybe try flipping one of your old beats. And that kind of just leads into my next tip, because my next tip is, this goes into tip 7 too, because a lot of the times you should be trying to collaborate and remix your music. It's a lot easier to give feedback on somebody else's music or beat than it is to fix your own beat. So a good idea would be to just send loops out to people that you fuck with, people that you make music with, and let them add some of their sauce. Find your two uniquenesses into one singular product. Most of the time, you'll come up with something that's even better than something you'll come up with on your own. And along with that, I also want to say, like, flip samples from different genres that you're not used to doing. Try guitar loops, try vocal chops, try orchestral shit, or, just remix a song that you saw on the internet or something that you were listening to on your phone. Maybe you got a favorite song and you want to try doing a remix. A lot of the times that'll help. It doesn't have to be direct collaboration with your favorite artist. You could just rip an acapella for fun and try remixing it that way, Alright, my tip 8 is using AI and randomization. I think Ableton has a lot of good stock features for randomization now. They're not necessarily AI, but they have a lot of new generators and stuff like that. Dig into those tools a little bit if you use Ableton, as well as try some of these new AI tools like Elf Tech and SoundDraw or ChatGPT. Because I've been able to figure out how to use ChatGPT sometimes to generate chord ideas based off certain sounds, and you really just need to know the right extension. I'll try to put it here or in the description later for the extension that I use for ChatGPT to actually like generate melodies and stuff like that. I don't use it a lot, but like say I'm listening to a song and I'm like, I like that chord structure, I'll use it for that. Some of your best ideas will just come from using tools like that and being random. So yeah, those are my tips. Beat block isn't really real. It's just resistance, and the key to resistance is taking action. Pick one of these strategies, try it out, let me know which one you fuck with in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time.